Welcome back to our channel. I'm Ty.
And I'm Chelsea.
And we're going to show you how to make the world's best chocolate chip cookies.
The ingredients for the world's best chocolate chip cookies. It's flour, brown sugar, granulated sugar, baking powder, salt, 2 sticks of Land O'Lakes salted butter, Hershey's dark chocolate chips, Ghirardelli's gran chips, 2 eggs, and vanilla extract, not imitation. We'll get started. The first 5 ingredients for this recipe are 2 sticks of softened butter, Land O'Lakes salted. Okay. Add 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, not imitation, and 2 eggs.
There's no shell in there.
Yes, there is. Ty did a bad job. There's a gel in there.
There's a shell in there.
Good thing I looked. Someone would have
2 eggs without shells.
There we go.
Turn on your mixer till it's thoroughly mixed.
Okay. Now I'm going to add the salt. 1½ teaspoons. And 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And I'm just gonna get the sides down. I'm just gonna mix it quickly for a little bit, and then we let it rest for 5 minutes. I think that's good. We'll let it rest.
5 minutes later.
So make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees and make sure you prep 2 greased cookie sheets. I use the cookie sheets with the silicone mat instead of greasing them. After letting the mixture rest for 5 minutes, we're gonna add 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And then after that, we're gonna add 1 bag of Hershey's dark chocolate chips.
And 1 bag of Ghirardelli gran chips. This is why they're the world's best chocolate chip cookies. Look at how many chips are in here.
It's a lot of chips. Did you steal some?
No.
It's not going to be the world's best cookies now. It's a very thick batter, so to thoroughly mix the batter, I am moving the batter down into the bowl so we get an even mixture of chocolate chips, because there's a whole bunch on the bottom right now. The next step is to take the batter and roll them into balls. I don't roll them, I just use a 1½ inch scooper.
Show me how it's done.
That's all I do.
So the reason why I like these cookies so much is they stay nice and pillowed, and they're pretty chunky compared to a lot of homemade cookies that we've made before, right? Where they flatten out and they have the hard, crisp edges. Some people like that, but I like it this way.
First time I made these cookies, Ty was doing keto, and he couldn't have any of them.
It was torture.
He's got a sweet tooth.
I think by now, a lot of our followers know that I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah. So the instructions say to place it in the oven for 11 minutes and 45 seconds. I think because I make them a little bigger, it takes a little bit more time. If you try this cookie recipe and you like it, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe. So when I make this recipe, it's kind of hard to find these specific chips, but now I know the store near me that sells both of these. Some of the stores don't carry the Ghirardelli, and some of them don't carry the Hershey's. Or if they carry the Hershey's, it's the no sugar. So we don't want that. We want the real stuff, the real sugar.
Let's give a shout out to the person who gave you the recipe.
My boss, Dr. McDonald, gave us.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. McDonald. These cookies are the best.
Yes.
I try chocolate chip cookies everywhere we go. If I see a chocolate chip cookie, I have to buy it. It's like a rule of mine.
The first time I made these cookies, Ty couldn't eat them because he was doing the keto diet. So I made them not that long ago, and he got to try them finally.
Yeah.
And hours later, he's still talking about the chocolate chip cookie. Even before bed, he's like thinking about the chocolate chip cookie and talking about it randomly.
I was dreaming chocolate chip cookies.
So.
And I know there's some people out there waiting for this recipe, so here it is. Make this cookie recipe and tell me how it comes out.
We recommend too, if you're eating these a couple days later, just pop it into the microwave for like 10, 12 seconds and
Yeah.
the chips in the center start melting. It's good. So the recipe calls for 11 minutes and 45 seconds, but because I make these cookies bigger, it took 15 minutes at 350 degrees.
Just keep an eye on them. Times may vary. There are convection ovens, which is the one that we use. It's supposed to bake a little bit quicker. You might not have a convection, so just keep an eye on them. But this is what they're supposed to look like. So we let them rest here on the baking sheets for a little bit before transferring them to the cooling rack.
Thank you. All right. I think these are good to move over now.
One of those small pleasures in life when you smell warm chocolate chip cookies coming right out of the oven. The aroma is intense. All right, we just allowed these cookies to cool, and one batch made almost 30. We're missing one, and I didn't eat it. It made almost 30 large chocolate chip cookies. So should we break one open?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I think this one. This one's calling my name. So, here's the cookie. Yeah, look at the gooey inside. Here. This is a delicious cookie. You guys have to make this.
Throw that.
Now, look at that gooiness. And let us know how they come out and what you guys think.
I'm making another batch.
I'll do it again. Yeah. If I were a Sesame Street character, I'd be Cookie Monster.
Delicious.
I gotta dance when I eat these cookies. We need to do the intro.
We have to eat another cookie.
I do.
You do that on purpose.
Forgot.